Would it be
I can't focus on you right now. I'm trying to look at what my son's looking at. Well, it definitely could be more beautiful. Just a lot of destruction and... Yeah, I'm guessing you want to talk, son.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known.
Yeah, it's a
The
shithole
Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here.
No
The
need
only
to be
hope
so
for
negative.
humanity lies below.
Temple is Zen over here.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did.
I got the shit end of the stick.
And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role.
My DNA, of course.
So you were kept alive and safe within
So
the vault.
valuable in the
I'll admit,
apocalypse.
when I had you released from Vault 111,
Wait, what?
I had no expectations that you'd survive out here
You
in
released
all
me.
this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision.
Dick decision.
Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see.
Oh, hell no.
Would the Commonwealth corrupt you,
An experiment.
as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me,
I'm not a rat.
would you,
Not a mousetrap.
after all this time, attempt
Playground.
to find me?
Cheese at the end of it.
And now I know the answer.
Feel like an experiment. No.
That's all this is to you? All I am to you? Just another experiment?
No, that's not all. But still, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
Right into boss mode. Oh shit.
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Why? Why would you do something so stupid?
It was the right thing to do, Sean.
There's no moral choice to be made here. This was such a simple task. I just don't understand. I know you're capable of handling yourself. How can I expect you to represent the Institute if this sort of thing continues?
Let's not forget our roles here, son. At the end of the day, I'm still your father.
I am acutely aware of our positions. I am also not a child. And I have a tremendous amount of responsibility for the Institute.
I'm sorry, Sean. You're right. Let's just forget this ever happened.
It's not quite that simple. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Well, I'm giving it a chance. Because it could definitely go differently, that's for sure. Let's get over to that meeting. Man, Sean, I'm giving you the chance. Don't make me regret it. Come on, game. Give me a chance to save Sean in some way. Can't give up on my son. Even though I really want to put my wife slayer to the test. Where's it at? The Institute. Ha! Some reason it brought me there. I hope this is where the director board meeting is. He just zapped out of there just like, yo, let me check it out for a minute. Jeez, Sean. Oh, there it is. Maybe I could buy some ammo from you.
Requisition clearance granted. How may I help you?
I'll take a look, sure.
Yeah, okay, maybe you don't really got much, but it was good to check. I don't have that many cores. Oh no, that's not enough cores. Got more than enough minigun ammo though.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
I got this ammo from one of my very first videos, that bandit raid.
Let's get this
For the
Directorate
farm.
meeting over with before we speak further. It's
Scanning unknown identity.
important.
Clearance confirmed.
Alright, let's make sure this is good. This is a good entrance. Hey, board staff.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of
What ammo
unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Excuse me, but sir, are you sure this is, well, the proper time to be discussing that? Considering, I mean, given all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
Compromises for the weak.
That is one perspective, yes. But I think we can agree that going forward, no one can consider us weak. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Nuclear power? That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Not in our hands. I assure you this is the answer. This is the future. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir,
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling
Oh,
himself.
shut up.
yes, but
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
No!
can't be
Please,
serious.
everyone,
Oh,
please.
shit.
I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
Oh, crap. My son's dying?
Why would you joke about this? It isn't funny.
Were it a joke, I'd agree it's in poor form. But I'm afraid it's not.
Oh,
We
Sean.
can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Wow, Sean.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
That's really something right there. You know, I'm gonna leave it right here and we're gonna continue the conversation. Thanks for watching, guys, but wow, I was not expecting that. What a great turn.